Everyone, welcome to day 14 of our introductory class for Tai Chi. This is a form of Yang style Tai Chi. This movement I just did is called cloud hands or wave hands, like moving clouds, like clouds passing. So it's meant to be a soft feeling in the arms and a smooth motion. That's the idea of the clouds gliding past. So the way it glides, the way you make it glide is make the legs work really well. So the legs become more stable, really smooth with the weight transition, smooth with the body turn. When that's smooth, there's not so much this jerky feeling when you have to step each time. And the relaxation that comes from the motion, especially from repeated movement and just practice, you find the arms get very soft, a soft relaxed feeling in them. Okay, so let's do this. So your feet hip width straight ahead, knees are open in line with your big toe, pelvis a little bit tuck, gentle lift through the top of your head. So this lift through the top of your head is always there, just gently. There's this feeling of suspension, like you're being suspended from above, and then you're like a mobile, a kid's mobiles, where you hold it up and it hangs down here. Same thing, like you're the mobile, you're being hung from the top of your head. So it's a big one for aligning the nervous system. Zone stacking. Zone stacking is where the pelvis, midriff, torso, and the head are stacked in the same line. Otherwise, it starts looking like this. So there's no stacking going over the top of all the body segments. There's actually a weak position for what we're doing here. So it's teaching you to zone stack and rotate while you zone stack. It's a big one for energy movement. For Tai Chi is a form of meditation. It's a big one for energy movement going to the top of your head, and energy then going down the front, up the back, down the front. It's a big one in Tai Chi. So let's start. So lifting up from this part of the hand, shoulders stay down and relax. Then they draw back a little bit, pull the elbow down, sit the wrist, sinking into your hips. Like I'm holding a big ball with my hands here. A bit of concavity in the hands. And from here, I'm going to do the same movement as you. So you start to turn your body. The left hand goes up to the corner. The right hand starts to face your body. You turn. As you're turning here, as I'm transferring or exchanging the height of the arms here, I lift up the heel, rest on the toe, then transfer the weight, body turning through this motion. So I get to here. Then the arms start to exchange. I pick the knee up, so lift the heel, pick the knee up, plant it. Get to this point, arms exchange, lifting the heel, step. Transfer weight, I get to this point, which is at the 45. Then the arms exchange here, I pick the leg up and plant it on the toe. I turn this corner again. As I exchange, I step out on the toe. Transfer weight, body turning. I get to this 45 point, arms exchange. This one keeps going. Lift up the knee, plant the toe to the heel. 45, exchange. Exchange arms, lift the toe. So my right hand's on the top, left hand comes up underneath. This one moves across as well. So I have a cross arms, cross at the wrist, and the arms extend out. Pull the shoulder blades back, elbows down, rise up, and finally relax the arms. A sense of relax goes through the whole body to your feet. And that's cloud hands going left and right sides. We'll do that again. So your left hand, body turns to the right, left hand comes up, and this hand faces your belly. Turn again, as arms exchange, step, keeping the same height all the time, so we're not rising up and down. Deliberately lifting that leg. And going to the right side, left side, so I can make the turn go the other way now, so I start stepping the other way. Shoulders stay down, sense of relax. I ran out of room, so I'm going to go across here. Right hand goes on top, cross hands, arms extend, making about your shoulder width, torso width. Shoulders back, elbows down, rise up, relax hands. I'm going to face the other way. I won't be able to talk because this Bluetooth mic, which is pretty good, the Bluetooth doesn't go through my body at all, so I'm not going to talk at all. I'll go sideways here. Some key points with this motion: when you pick your leg up every time, we want the knees. You might have seen in a lot of the Western weight training these days, they wear a rubber band around the leg, a TheraBand around the leg. The TheraBand has a sense of pulling in this way, so it actually makes the glutes here have to fire properly and keep the alignment. So we want this when we do this motion. When we lift the knee, we don't want the knee going in like that, this way. So the knee pretty much goes sideways. So there's this sense of the knee still staying open this way, like you're stretching a band here. Then we do the next one as well. The knee picks up here and back down. So I don't do this. The knee come in that way. So there's this pick up as if the band has still got this compression and down. So there's always a sense like a band around your knees. Something you can play with is to get one of those bands, a very loose one. Just play with that as another learning aid you can play with. So something you may notice with Tai Chi. This is the introductory class when I teach this to people physically when they're there, looking at their body alignment. I like to touch people quite a bit to help them get their nervous system to feel where it needs to be in space, the body needs to be in space. And this Tai Chi, even though it looks easy, when you start to learn it, you find it's not that easy as it looks. So there's quite a challenge to it. Because it's got such a challenge is why it's so useful. It's one of the reasons why it's so useful. If you could do it straight away, what's the point? What's the challenge? What's going to be transformed? Nothing. Okay, so this here, it can really bring up your feeling of inadequacy. You're just not coordinated. Tai Chi's got a very deep level of coordination. Only if you had you're a really good dancer, good ballet dancer, good break dancer, that sort of thing. You've done something with a high level of coordination already, that you'll have some idea of that kind of coordination. For most people, they don't have that background. So you'll find that Tai Chi is one of the most coordination demanding activities that you'll come across. And what that means is that you give yourself space, give yourself time. Don't have to master it all in 1 week. No way you would anyway. There's no way. And I don't say that to knock down your motivation. It's that to put the more realistic expectation into it. Consistency is the key. That is the thing that makes development happen consistently. So right now, when I've just made 3 clips. I'm in a space where I don't feel elated. I don't know if it comes across on the clip or not, but I'm okay. I feel okay, but I'm just getting it done. I want this information to go out to you guys. I want to be consistent in my own delivery of what I'm delivering here, and I want to be transparent in how I'm feeling. So I'm doing a lot of introspective work, and sometimes when you find certain things within yourself, it's like that's a hard one to accept. So I've got some of that stuff going on right now, but I just be consistent. I do my practice. I don't, so I can't do it and just stop. That there is the wrong attitude. If you have an attitude of consistency and you're able to get progress despite how you're feeling, as long as you're not running away from the feeling, despite how you're feeling, you keep going, you press on while being gentle with yourself, you're able to expand it into other parts of your life and get more success in those parts of your life. In the end, life is about growth, and that's a big thing we tend to forget. It's about growing. Every experience we have, you want to build a house, it's not just about the house. It's about how much of a transformed person you'll be because of the time frame it takes to do. Working with the builders, working with your spouse or whatever. It won't be all rosy, it won't be all easy. That's where it makes the transformation and you actually change yourself. If you don't have the idea of growth, things seem to be always obstacles. The obstacles are there to help you grow and gain more insight and wisdom into yourself and ultimately how you relate to other people. If you don't have the mindset of growth, everything's a pain in the butt. It's easy to blame and project, and it can break you. This world can really break you. So Tai Chi is a way you can bring yourself back to more wholeness through anchoring everything together through your physical body. It's a huge thing. Just having your health, maximizing your health, that's a big thing for life. Okay. If you don't have your health, and I don't know if you've lost your health, I've lost my health several times in my life. Chronic fatigue for 2 years. The things you want to do, you just can't. If you had chronic pain, that's a nasty thing to live with. There's a lot of introspective work, there's a lot of humbling experiences that happen because of it, because you have no choice but to have to accept the way it is and acknowledge the way it is. So I hope you're all well.